The dental school application opens today.
Rather than scrambling around to think of every single experience you've done or struggling to express these experiences in words, watch our guide on how to absolutely tackle the experiences section on the AADSAS application.
Hey guys, it's Nico and Kathleen, and this is the Dental Duo.
In today's video, we're going to be covering one of the most important sections on the application, the experiences and achievements section. This section is one of your only chances to talk about everything outside of academics and to prove to dental schools that you are more than just a GPA and a DAT score.
So when opening up your application portal, this will pop up, and this is where you have to categorize all your dental experiences within this chart. For each experience, you'll have to list the total hours as well as write a 600-character description on your key responsibilities.
Make sure you do 600 characters and not words. It's only just a few sentences, and you also want to get as close to the 600 characters as possible. For those of you who are not applying this cycle and are just starting your pre-dental journey, I strongly recommend keeping a log of all of your experiences with how the experience made you feel and descriptions of the key responsibilities, so that when it comes time to doing your application and writing those 600 character descriptions, you already have bullet points and a general idea of what you want to write about. So once you have added all of your experiences, you have the option to star certain experiences that you want to highlight to dental school admissions. So these experiences should be something that's very important to you, maybe something you've done for an extended period of time, and you kind of want to have a variety of them. So AADSAS lets you put up to 6 stars. You want to make sure some of them are dental related, some of them are non-dental related, and make sure that those experiences really represent you.
So here I listed an example of a good and bad dental shadowing experience. Starting with the bad experience, looking at our second sentence, during my time there, I witnessed extractions, fillings, and implants. This example was very surface level and it did not have a follow-up on a specific type of procedure I saw that really stood out to me. If we look at our good example, I mentioned most notably Dr. Pena walked me through the process of sedating a patient who was scheduled to extract all 4 of their third molars. Our good example dives deeper into the actual experience and isn't so surface level. So make sure you give good examples because that's what the admission committee wants to read. In addition, in the bad example, there's a lot of surface level writing in the digital dentistry section. If we see the good example, we see I talked about the same exact digital dentistry. However, I enhanced the experience by talking about a Serect machine and an iTero machine and how those are used in dentistry. Point is, when writing your descriptions, make sure you find a good balance of getting straight to the point, however, being very detailed at the same time about your actual experiences.
To add on to Nico's example, it's crucial to make sure that your experiences cover exactly how they made you feel and what you learned from it.
And if you want extra brownie points and you really want to wow your reader, I personally would try to tie all your experiences back to dentistry. For example, one of my experiences was about tutoring, and I related it to dentistry by saying how tutoring taught me to love to teach, and that'll relate to dentistry because I'll be able to teach all my future patients the importance of oral health care.
So aside from the experiences section, there's also an achievements section. You want to make sure you're not double dipping, so don't be putting an experience also in the achievement section. A lot of the achievement sections are like higher distinctions. Let's say you were elected to be the president of your pre-dental club, that would go into achievements rather than experiences.
Or if you got dean's list or any type of scholarships, that would also go into achievements. One specific example I put under achievement was receiving an internship with an organization called Blue Missions. After an extensive interview process, I was elected to become a summer intern for a mission trip. And I personally thought that was an achievement, so I listed it under achievements.
So like I said, these achievements should be distinctions and specific honors. If you were voted into something, it should be more in that realm rather than experiences such as research and volunteering.
Shameless plug, don't forget to use our code DentalDuo10 for 10% off your DAT Bootcamp subscription.
So in this section, you want to make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 very unique experiences, because most people will have shadowing and other basic volunteering, but you want to make sure you have something that really makes you stand out.
Now we're going to talk about what people really care about. What experiences did we have that made us so successful during our dental school interviews. So one of the experiences that made me stand out was leading mission trips in the Dominican Republic. Interview committees were very impressed when they saw I was there for a month and a half at a time, leading volunteers on mission trips and living in a cot with a mosquitero and really embracing the Dominican culture, building ventilated latrines and gravity-driven aqueducts to a bunch of communities in need. So that's what made me stand out. I did this for 3 separate years and they were very impressed with this experience. And when they asked me questions, that's something I'm very passionate about, so I was able to talk extensively about it, and it really showed my character, and I think that helped me out during my interviews.
So in my dental school interviews, the admissions committees always mentioned how many leadership positions I had within clubs. I held 4 leadership positions within 4 different clubs, all within a period of 2 to 3 years, and that was really impressive for the admissions committee because they were impressed with how I was able to balance all of those duties with my schoolwork. And I was able to talk about how I loved mentoring other students who were in the same path as me, because when I was a nervous freshman starting my pre-dental journey, I had great mentors within these pre-dental clubs. So by the time I was a junior or senior, I really wanted to just give back to the organization. And because I was so passionate about this experience during my interviews, I think that really helped me out.
To wrap things up, if you're starting your pre-dental career, make sure you start logging all your experiences right now, maybe creating your 600 character descriptions before you get ready to start applying. And if you're applying this cycle, make sure your experiences really go in depth. They're not surface level and they get straight to the point. You only have 600 characters. You don't have a lot of space to ramble and just talk. So make sure you're very clear, concise, and you get to the point. That being said, you guys are going to do phenomenal, and I wish you all the best of luck on your experiences. Feel free to leave a comment, ask a question, and don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys are going to absolutely crush it.
Good luck.